Pain can be a powerful teacher, but only if we're willing to learn from it. In this thought-provoking video, we explore the idea that our struggles and challenges can be a catalyst for growth, self-awareness, and personal transformation. From overcoming fear and anxiety to building resilience and perseverance, we'll delve into the transformative power of pain and how it can shape us into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. So if you're ready to confront your pain and turn it into a powerful teacher, watch until the end and discover the lessons that can set you free. Have you ever wondered if failure is actually the key to unlocking your true potential? Pain, in its many forms, is often seen as something to avoid or overcome, but what if it's actually one of our most powerful teachers? Like a wise mentor, pain can teach us lessons that comfort and ease never could. It challenges us to look deeper into our beliefs, our desires, and our strengths. When we face pain, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, we're forced to slow down and reflect. It reveals vulnerabilities we might have ignored and confronts us with aspects of ourselves we tend to avoid. Whilst it's uncomfortable, it is through this discomfort that we can cultivate resilience, empathy, and wisdom. Pain also reshapes our perspectives. When we experience hardship, we begin to understand what truly matters. Our priorities shift, and we start appreciating the small joys in life that we once took for granted. Pain pushes us to grow in ways we never thought possible, making us more self-aware and compassionate towards others. In this way, pain isn't a punishment, it's a tool for transformation. It teaches us to embrace the difficult moments because they are the ones that often lead to the most profound growth and self-discovery. Pain is typically viewed through a negative lens in our society. From a young age, we're taught to avoid discomfort, whether physical or emotional, and to seek pleasure and ease instead. This instinctive avoidance of pain is deeply ingrained, often leading us to treat it as an enemy, something to be eradicated or escaped from at all costs. When pain arrives, whether in the form of an injury, a loss, or a difficult emotion, the immediate reaction is usually to suppress or numb it, to push it away rather than face it head-on. Additionally, modern society places a high value on happiness and success, often equating these with the absence of pain. Social media, for example, bombards us with images of perfect lives, promoting the idea that happiness means pain-free living. This creates a kind of cultural shame around experiencing pain. People often feel pressured to hide their struggles and appear as though everything is fine, reinforcing the idea that pain is something to be ashamed of or to avoid. However, this fear and avoidance of pain can be limiting. It prevents people from confronting the root causes of their struggles and learning from them. Pain, as uncomfortable as it may be, often carries within it the seeds of personal growth. By refusing to acknowledge or embrace it, we may miss out on the profound wisdom and transformation it can offer. The reluctance to embrace pain can hold us back from becoming the more resilient, compassionate, and self-aware individuals we are capable of being. So, pain, though universally uncomfortable, actually comes in many forms: emotional, physical, and psychological. And each type really offers its own unique set of lessons and insights. While it's easy to see all pain as something to be avoided, understanding how each form of pain can shape our lives can lead to, deeper self-awareness and growth. Emotional pain often arises from experiences of loss, betrayal, rejection, or unfulfilled desires. It's that ache we feel when relationships falter, when we feel misunderstood, or when our hopes are dashed. While emotional pain can be excruciating, it teaches us vital lessons about our values, needs, and connections with others. Now let's talk about some of the lessons and insights we can gain. First, self-awareness. Emotional pain helps us understand what we truly care about. It reveals our attachments and our deep-seated desires. For example, the pain of a breakup might highlight the need for emotional intimacy or the importance of self-love and independence. Next, empathy and compassion. When we experience emotional suffering, we develop a greater capacity to empathize with others who are going through similar struggles. This really deepens our connection to the human experience and makes us more compassionate and understanding. And finally, resilience. Overcoming emotional pain teaches us how strong we can be. While it feels devastating in the moment, we often come out of it more resilient, knowing we can survive and heal from even the most intense emotional turmoil. So, physical pain is the most immediate and obvious type of pain. It can result from injury, illness, or chronic conditions. Unlike emotional pain, which is often internal, physical pain is tangible and can actually be measured. However, while it's something we instinctively want to avoid, physical pain can teach us about the limits of our bodies, the importance of care, and the role of healing. Lessons and insights from physical pain are honestly pretty important. First, boundaries and self-care. Physical pain serves as a clear signal from the body that something is wrong. It teaches us to respect our physical limits and to take care of our health. For example, a sprained ankle might remind us of the importance of rest and recovery, encouraging us to listen to our bodies rather than pushing through discomfort. Next, patience and perseverance. Chronic or recurring physical pain can teach us patience. It forces us to adjust our expectations and adapt our lives to a new reality. Through this, we develop a quiet strength as we navigate daily challenges with grace and persistence. And finally, gratitude for health. When we experience physical pain, it can really deepen our appreciation for the moments when we are pain-free. Psychological pain is the internal, often invisible suffering that stems from mental and emotional strain. This can include feelings of anxiety, depression, guilt, or even an existential crisis. Psychological pain often emerges from the weight of unresolved inner conflicts, self-doubt, or the pressures of life. While it can be difficult to pinpoint and express, psychological pain can push us to confront our internal worlds and reassess our beliefs and behaviors. Psychological pain really forces us to look inward, to examine our thoughts, beliefs, and even our deepest fears. It kind of compels us to ask those tough questions about who we are and what we truly want from life. For instance, feelings of anxiety might push us to question our fears and challenge those limiting beliefs that keep us from chasing our goals. And psychological pain teaches us that healing isn't always a straight path. It can be a long and sometimes tough process, but it encourages us to accept our imperfections and our past mistakes. That kind of acceptance helps us grow emotionally and develop a more grounded sense of self. Plus, as we move through psychological pain, many of us end up developing coping skills like practicing mindfulness or meditation to help manage our emotions. This kind of growth can really lead to a more balanced, present-minded approach to life, making it easier to handle whatever challenges come our way. So, here's something interesting. While each type of pain, emotional, physical, and psychological, definitely feels unique, they all have one thing in common. They're all catalysts for growth. In their own ways, each form of pain challenges us to face parts of ourselves and the world that we might otherwise ignore. Whether it's teaching us resilience, empathy, self-awareness, or maybe even patience, pain can actually be an incredible teacher. It leads us toward a deeper understanding of who we are and gives us a more profound ability to grow as people. Pain, believe it or not, can be an opportunity for transformation. It can really open the door to powerful personal and even spiritual development. When we look at life through the lens of pain, we start to see the beauty in our struggles and the valuable lessons that come from even the toughest experiences.